Hey guys, it's Rod from DVZ.SHFigs.com, and today I'm bringing you this exclusive video of the New York Comic Con 2024 Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts exclusive Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito. Oh, that was a mouthful. Well, anyways, this looks like an incredible figure. I got lucky the way that I got this. My fiance happened to be in a work trip at New York this past week, and then all of a sudden I see a tweet from Tamashii Nation saying that they're going to be selling them at the Tamashii Nation store in New York on Friday for limited quantities. So rest assured, the fiance came through and I got my hands on this awesome figure. So first, let's take a look at it. Take a look at the box. Let's appreciate the blue with the white eyes. Looks crazy cool. It's from Dragon Ball Super. Here's the Tamashii Nation sticker, the toy sticker. We look off to the side. There he is, all posed up. And then we have more different poses and examples of what's in the box. And then over here, another cool artwork of him. And yeah, so this one, like I mentioned before, it was the New York Comic Con 2024 exclusive. Retails for $90. So not sure if it's worth it yet, but we'll see. And just fun fact, this figure, Vegito, it was last released in 2020, I believe. And that one, I know a lot of people critique this one because that one in 2020 was a general release and it included the Spirit Sword, which this one unfortunately does not for some reason, for that $90 price tag. And then other Vegitos that we've gotten, there was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive in 2018 that was cool because it also brought Vegito in his regular form, so non-Super Saiyan God, and blue hair Super Saiyan God. So that was cool. And then the first Vegito figure was back in 2015, and that one was cool as well because that one, although it wasn't a Vegito blue, it was a Super Saiyan Vegito and as well as a normal Vegito. So yeah, that's a little history on the Vegito figures. So now let's get this guy out of the box. Here's a little view of the clamshell in case anybody's interested. We'll take a closer look at every accessory that it comes with, but just in case anybody's interested. That's what it looks like. And it also comes with a second clamshell for the aura effect parts. Pretty cool. And I'm gonna take this moment to let you know that you should check out my website, dvzshfigs.com, where you will find every single Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts that has ever been released and will continue to be released. The website is constantly being updated and you could always find the latest information there. They really packaged this guy well. Look how many pieces of plastic he has in his torso, in his arm, in both his feet. Just thought I'd let you know that. All right, we're back and I have everything outside of the box. So we'll go look at everything one by one, just so you could take a nice quick look at everything. So first off, let's take a quick look at the figure. We'll go into the articulation in a little bit, but just wanted to check it out. As you could see, I don't know if it comes through as well on camera, but this figure has a very metallic look to it. The paint is all metallic. Even these parts that are usually white on a figure, it looks more like a metal color, you know, kind of like a fridge, I guess is the best way I could describe it. But yeah, look how cool the face looks. It's just very metallic, very awesome looking figure. Then let's look at the different faces. So this one out of the box comes with like a smirking face, like I know I'm gonna win. And then there's alternate face number one. It's like a screaming face. And then alternate face number two, another screaming face, but looking off to the left. It's pretty cool. And then the third alternate face, giving us a grand total of 4 faces, is like a grinning, could be like fighting expression, I guess. Pretty cool as well. Let's see, what else do we have? So we have the final Kamehameha here. It's a pretty cool effect piece. There's a little peg right here. And is like the Kamehameha, but with the final flash, so it has the electricity flowing through it. Pretty cool piece to add to your collection. And then when it comes to hands, out of the box, it has the 2 closed fists. And then we also have the 2 effect throwing hands. Pretty cool, pretty standard. Also have 2 hands that are more like gripping something, or like Kamehameha hands. Yeah, that's probably what's better described. And then we have a hand here that's kind of gripping, and it has a little hole, so that's where I assume the peg goes into. Or maybe not. I'll figure that out. We also we have like a 2-finger shooting blast hand, and this is like not a fist, but it's almost a fist, like this. And then lastly, we have a single left hand that's kind of like a shaking hand. Best way I could describe it. But that's not it. So this also comes with a background effect part for the blue aura. So this big part is all one piece. So you can see it's like thick, and it's all one piece. Looks pretty cool. And then it comes with 2 side pieces. Let me give you a better look, that you put around it just to give more of a effect of, oh, look at that aura coming out of the ground. And then you put your Vegito there, and that's how you display him basically. There's his blue aura, his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Pretty cool, pretty basic. But yeah, that's basically everything that you get in the box. Now, we're gonna move on to the review part of the video, starting with articulation. So, for articulation, we have the usual, you know, with the modern S.H.Figuarts. You have your ankle rocker at the bottom, which this one actually doesn't move too much because it gets blocked off by this piece of clothing, you know, so it doesn't really rotate that much, but the foot does rotate itself, so you could have it. I don't know why you would have it in these kind of forms, but you could do it if you want to. And then we move up to the knee. We have double jointed knees, of course, pretty standard nowadays. And then the leg itself, you're able to move it up all the way back, just crazy. And then side, not too much, but you can do it. It stops you from going any higher than this. And then front, you could go pretty high up if you want to kick someone. And then we move on to the waistline. You could rotate 360. He has a little bit of an ab crunch, I'd say. You know, you can move a little down, a little. Not too much, but probably just exactly what you need. And then even the top part of his torso rotates a bit, which is pretty cool. And then we move on to the arm. So this one has like the usual sleeve part that you just have to make sure it looks good in pictures or in video. You don't want it hanging out like this and then people are like, what is that? You know, but you can see the joint in here. You can move the arm up. And if you want to move it more up, you switch it this way. Just make sure you put this part back. But yeah, the arm rotates 360. Side extended. Of course, that sleeve is always going to come into play with the range of motion, so you might have to move it just to get a little more. And then the butterfly joint inside gets pretty far in. I'd say you'd be able to make a pretty good Kamehameha hand pose in here. And then we move on to the biceps, able to rotate, the elbow, able to rotate it all the way back. And then move on to the wrist, full rotation, and you get a little bit of movement in the hand itself. Pretty good. As for the head, you're able to move up and down. Oh, just took his face off. Sorry, sir. I mean, I guess right now would be a good time to show you how to take the face off. So this one is interesting because the whole thing comes off. You know, I'm sure you probably noticed, but or actually does it? Oh, I guess you could change. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't noticed that before, but you have two of these like hair strands that come out, and you're able to pop those out in case you wanted to. So you pop those out and pop them back in like you normally would. Wow, that's pretty cool. Had not noticed that before. And then to put the face in, you just put it back into those holes and that's it. But yes, I was saying the head is able to move down pretty far down and pretty far up, rotate side to side. And that's basically it for the articulation. So honestly, articulation wise, it's pretty good. You can't ask for much else. However, nothing really stands out. Like I've said in other videos, like for me to give it a 5, I need something really cool, like a tail. If there is one, you'd be able to post it in any way. That's pretty cool. But for this one, basic, but everything you need. So I'd give it a 4 in articulation. Next up is accuracy. And I'm gonna post up this picture here. It's gonna appear and you're gonna be able to judge it. But based on what I think this is a spot-on figure. Like, of course, this has a more metallic look than normal Vegitos, but this is also like the new exclusive, and apparently there's something that they're gonna keep doing since in San Diego Comic-Con, also with that Jiren and that Future Trunks, they were also released in kind of a more metallic color. So I can't really fault the figure for that, but honestly, for what it's meant to be with the aura effects, it's meant to be like a powered up Vegito when he's powering up, which should make him look shinier. So based on that, I'd give this figure a 5 on accuracy. All right, now moving on to price to plastic ratio. So this one is gonna be probably the most controversial one in my opinion, because like I said in the beginning, this is a $90 figure. $90. And that's also before tax. So you end up paying like almost $100. And then also if you unfortunately didn't get it like I did, or like in New York Comic Con 2024, you'd have to order it in Premium Bandai, which by the way, the pre-order window is closing this Sunday as of this video. So if you really want this figure, make sure you pick it up, because usually these figures go up in price after they're done producing them. So if you really want it, make sure you get it. I'm gonna leave the link somewhere in this video that you can click and just take it there. But yeah, $90. And then if you pre-order through Premium Bandai, that's another $10 in shipping. So some people are paying $110 retail for this. So we have to take into consideration all of this. So when it comes to plastic, I mean, hands-wise, I'm not impressed, to be honest, because I feel like that's a normal amount you get in a $35 figure. Also, face-wise, not impressed as well. I feel like that's usually the amount of faces you get in a $35 figure as well. You do get the effect piece, the final Kamehameha, which is cool. It's cool. And then obviously the biggest thing you get is the effect piece, which I mean, if you buy one of the Bandai Aura pieces, like the Super Saiyan one, that usually costs about $30, I believe, retail. So if we subtract the $30 of the Aura piece, that would put this at like a $60 before tax, before shipping, which wouldn't be too bad, except for that we've gotten Vegitos with the Spirit Sword, and this one didn't come with it, and it shouldn't come with it, because at the $90 price tag, you'd expect them to go all out, right? So because it doesn't have it, honestly, for the price to plastic ratio, I'd have to give it a 3, with the caveat that it is an exclusive edition, so those are usually gonna be pricier anyways, just because they're exclusive. But honestly, I feel like they either should have brought this guy with the what's it called, the Spirit Sword, or if possible should have included another headpiece for non-Super Saiyan Blue. I think that would have been cool. It would have been like having 2 figures at once, but I guess not. Next up, we move on to scale. So Vegito, I know there's this really old picture of Vegito back when he first appeared in the Buu saga, and this picture right here shows that he's basically almost as tall as Evil Buu, which I feel like nowadays we have established that he's not that tall. He should be around the same height as Goku. So with that said, we have to bring, of course, our buddy Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, and we're gonna post them side by side and see how tall are you. So here we have both figures. As you could tell, pretty much about the same. Maybe Vegito's a little bit taller, but I'd say that's pretty accurate. I wouldn't say he's out of scale. So I'd give it a 5 on scale for this one. Last but not least, we have shelf presence. So, like I usually say, this one can be pretty biased, you know? Nobody can tell you what you like on your shelf. And for me, I like figures that look cool just by themselves. And the fact that this one comes with a blue aura effect piece just for it, it looks pretty cool. And then also the metallic paint, I feel, makes it stand out because it just adds on to the look of the aura effect piece. So honestly, for me, I'd give it a 5 on shelf presence. This one's definitely going up there. Gotta keep it out of the box, right? So, with that being said, that gives this New York Comic Con 2024 exclusive Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito an overall score of 4.4 out of 5, which is pretty good. I think what draws it down is the price and not including those extra pieces I was talking about. But other than that, I feel like when it comes to Vegito, if you don't have one, now is probably the best time to get it, because I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty sure the previous Vegito prices are probably at around the same or maybe even more expensive since they're harder to find. But this one, if you care about a blue only version, I say it's a must get. If not, maybe it's better for you to spend a little more on versions that have the Super Saiyan Vegito and the regular Vegito. Maybe you find that more worth it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll be seeing what else we review. A little hint probably of the next episode is that this is not the only figure that I got from New York. There was another one that came out recently that unfortunately I wasn't able to get in Tokyo, so stay tuned for that one.